The opinions and views expressed in the following program are those of the speakers and the host, and do not necessarily reflect those of Yoakley Scott Corporation and your sports network.
Yeah, I've been closer to Jesus before, so can you help me out? Oh, can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? Or can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? Or can you help me out? Can you help me out? I've been scared to look at my soul. I've been afraid I would follow alone. Yeah, afraid of the things I've been told.
Welcome into a Thursday edition of Running Point presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. If you're in the market for a brand new or slightly used automobile, you owe it to yourself and you owe it to your wallet to check out the good folks at Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. They got a great sales department, fantastic service department, and a great finance department. Add it all up, and it means that you need to get your tuckus over to Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown before you put pen to paper and sign the next 4 to 7 years of your life away with car payments. You can save some green at Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. With you until 3 o'clock, at which time DJ and the fellas will have the Thursday edition of Running Point. Coming up at 2 o'clock today, we're going to chat with Tim Stewart. He is the Assistant Director of Athletics at Youngstown State University, and he is in charge of the multiple camps that are going to be going on in various sports. Yeah, last year we didn't have any of these camps because, well, COVID kicked everything to the curb. Now that COVID has been pretty much kicked to the curb, it's back to normal. So Youngstown State will be doing an awful lot of camps in an awful lot of sports. And it's a golden opportunity for the university to keep their eyes on people that they may be interested in, to persuade these athletes to come to college via a scholarship and play for Youngstown State. So Tim Stewart, the Assistant Director of Athletics, will be calling in at 2 o'clock, and we're going to be talking about the various camps that are going to be going on this spring and into the summer. Well, rain pretty much destroyed a lot of the high school events, although we did get some track and field in, and we did crown a district champion over in Louisville, and the West Branch Warriors did get their softball game in. So let's first start over at Louisville, where the Salem Quakers were able to knock off Chardon by the final score of 4-1. Salem awaits the winner of today's game between Canfield and Canton South. That game will be played at Thurman Munson Stadium next week over in Canton. And we can tell you right now that the head coach of the Salem Quakers has already determined who is going to be pitching. Mike DeBar said immediately after the game he's going to go with his ace, and why not? As young Mr. Rhodes did himself proud. Lane Rhodes, a complete game 3-hitter, no walks, 6 strikeouts en route to the 4-1 victory over Chardon. It was a pretty well-played game and a very well-pitched ball game. Elliot Timinski, he lasted 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 runs, but neither one of them were earned. That first inning, Salem was able to plate 2 runs because of one huge error by Chardon, but they buttoned it up in terms of defense. after that first inning. Unfortunately for Chardon, they were done. They only scored one run during the course of the game, thanks to Salem's very good defense, just one error in the game, and the fact that Lane Rhodes didn't walk anybody. You think about this, and we've said this for quite some time. If you're going to win a state championship in baseball, there's a lot of variables. Number one, you have to have two really good starting pitchers in order to have any hope of winning a state championship. You also have to have a solid bullpen behind these two really good starters. You have to play really good defense, and you got to get some timely hitting. Salem did all of that yesterday in their 4-1 district championship win over Chardon. Consider this. We've also talked about this. Add the walks and the errors together. If it's a large amount, let's say the walks and the errors equal 12, well, that's 4 extra innings of baseball that you've just given to your opposition. 12 batters, all of them are out. That's 3 innings. 3 outs in an inning. Divide that by 12, that's 4 innings. So you certainly want to keep those numbers down. I would say that Salem kept those numbers down dramatically. 1 was the number. They had 1 error. Lane Rhodes pitched a complete game. He didn't walk anybody. 1 extra base runner. That was it. That's how you win ball games. And you took advantage, Salem did, of the bad error in the first inning. And good teams do that. You open the door just a tiny little bit for a good team, they're going to crash that SOB in. And that's exactly what Salem did. Now, Chardon did get their run in the top of the 5th inning to make it 2-1, but Salem in the bottom of the 6th inning, they got the 2 insurance runs that they needed to pick up the victory over Chardon 4-1. So the Quakers go into the regional semifinals. That ball game is going to be played at Thurman Munson Stadium next week. Wednesday to be exact, and actually they've moved that game to Canton Glen Oak High School. So it's not going to be at Thurman Munson Stadium. It'll be at Canton Glen Oak High School on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, where Salem will face the winner of today's game that was canceled yesterday. Today's game between Canfield and Canton South over at Scene Park. That game is going to start at 4 o'clock, and the winner of that game gets Salem, who is now 26-3. 26-3 on the campaign for the Salem Quakers. And again, first game of the year, Salem played Canfield. And obviously, your first game of the year, it's cold. You're not going to have your starter go a long way. Well, the starting pitcher that particular day, it is the guy that's going to be towing the slab on Wednesday, young Mr. Rhodes. And, well, Lane Rhodes held Canfield to just 1 hit before he was taken out of the ballgame. Now, Canfield bombed the bullpen and wound up beating Salem 10-0. But when Lane Rhodes was in the game, it was a 0-0 game until he was taken out of the contest, I believe, in the 5th inning. And that's when Canfield scored all their runs off the bullpen. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. And look, Canfield has work to do. Yes, they're an undefeated team. Yes, they're a heavy favorite to beat Canton South, but stranger things have happened. Again, the Canfield-Canton South game going to go on at field number 1 at Scene Park. That game was originally scheduled for 6 o'clock. It has been moved up to 4 o'clock. The schedule is changing because, well, Division III was canceled yesterday, and that was Mooney against Burton Berkshire. Division IV is scheduled to be played for today. So what they decided to do was they would allow Cardinal Mooney to be on field 1. So the schedule is going to be as follows. Canfield will play Canton South at 4 o'clock for the Division II championship. At 6:30, Cardinal Mooney will play Burton Berkshire at Scene Park Field 1. Heartland and Kennedy will be on Field 2, and that game will start at 6 o'clock. All right, so Kennedy and Heartland will be on Field 2. That is the baseball field right next to Field 1. So you can park in the main parking lot at Bob Scene Park, and there is a walk path where you can go from Field 1 to Field 2. And obviously, the Kennedy Heartland game will start at 6 o'clock, a little before the Cardinal Mooney Burton Berkshire game. So I would assume that most, if not all, of the fans that watch the conclusion of the Kennedy Heartland game, because I'm pretty sure runs are going to be at an absolute premium with those two kids pitching, both aces, and they've done such a great job this year. One would guess runs are going to be at an absolute premium. Now, having said that, I probably jinxed it to where it's going to be a slugfest, neither here nor there. After that game is over, I'm sure the Mooney Burton Berkshire game will still be going on, and folks can go over to Field 1 and watch the conclusion of that one. So that's how that schedule is going to go. Canfield and Canton South on Field 1 at Scene Park at 4 o'clock. Cardinal Mooney will play Burton Berkshire at 6:30 on Field 1. And over at Field 2, right next door at 6 o'clock, it'll be Kennedy taking on Heartland for the Division 4 District Championship. The other D4 District title game will be at Fairport Harbor. Western Reserve will be playing Matthews. That game will start at 5 o'clock. The D3 District Championship at Niles. Rootstown will be playing South Range, and that game will start at 5 o'clock over at Niles Wilder Field. So that's what's going on in baseball today. All right, West Branch, Division 2. They saw their EBC rival Marlington fall in Game 1 to Worcester Triway 10-7. So there was no hope whatsoever of a West Branch Marlington regional championship game, an all EBC regional championship game, if you will. West Branch, though, they came out swinging, and it was a tight game. Through 4 innings, West Branch had a 9-2 lead. I'm sorry, a 3-2 lead into the fifth inning. But then in the bottom of the 6th inning, with a score still 3-2 West Branch busted it open with 9 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And what was a 1-run game going into the bottom of the 6th turned into a mercy rule 12-2 massacre as West Branch picked up their 24th victory of the season. 12 runs, 10 hits, no errors in the ball game for West Branch. 2 runs, 4 hits, 3 big errors on the night for Revere. Also, Revere's starter, Shannon Appel, she walked 6. So that's 9 extra base runners, 3 innings extra. You're not going to win very many games with that. Same thing with Marlington. And Anthony Hardwig, who joins me normally on Thursdays, but he's going to be doing yeoman's work today. We'll explain in a little bit. He has said, look, Marlington needed to play a whole lot better against Worcester Triway because you weren't going to outslug this team. Well, they didn't. They scored 7, and they were outslugged 10-7. So West Branch will be playing Worcester Triway for the regional championship on Saturday afternoon at Firestone Stadium in Akron. That game will start at 1 o'clock. I'm pretty positive that we will have that game on ysnlive.com. Pretty sure we will. All right, Division 3 regional semifinals that were to be played at Farmers National Bank Field on the campus of Youngstown State University. Those games were postponed yesterday. They are going to be played today. Today is an absolutely gorgeous day in the Mahoning Valley. It's cool. It's in the low 60s, but the sun is out. It is just a perfect day to play some baseball and or softball. Ursuline will be playing Sheffield Brookside in Game 1 of the regional semifinals. That game will get underway at 2 o'clock. And then in the nightcap at 5 o'clock, South Range will play Massillon Tuslaw. The winners of those 2 games will play the regional championship game on Saturday afternoon at Farmers National Bank Field on the campus of Youngstown State University. That game will start at 12 noon. And our fingers are crossed that Ursuline and South Range get to play a all-local regional title game. How cool would that be? That is what is going on today. Also going on today, the Division 4 regional semifinals from Akron Firestone Stadium. Matthews taking on East Canton. That game will start at 2 o'clock. Best of luck to the Matthews Mustangs. Also today, track and field Division 2 regionals at Fitch. First day, the field events get underway at 4:30. The running events get underway at 5:30. There are some track and field stars that are going to go to state. The Division 1 regional tournament got underway at Austintown Fitch. We do have some individual results in a couple of events. Congratulations to Jameer Robinson from Austintown Fitch. He won the regional championship in discus. He threw the discus 179 feet 8 inches. So congratulations to Jameer Robinson. He is headed to Columbus. He will throw the discus in the state track and field championships next weekend in Columbus. Also, congratulations to Oliver Kovacs from Canfield. He placed 4th in the long jump. The top 4 in the regionals go to the state. So Oliver Kovacs from Canfield, long jump of 20 feet 11 and a quarter inches. He will advance to the state championships in Columbus next weekend in the long jump. So those are the two athletes from our area that are going to Columbus as of right now. They made it official yesterday. Jameer Robinson winning the boys discus toss, and Oliver Kovacs from Canfield placing in the top 4, finishing in 4th place as he goes to Columbus as well. Division 1 girls, Courtney Clark from Howland. She won the shot put contest, threw the shot put 39 feet 4 1/4 inches. Congratulations to Courtney Clark from Howland. She is headed to state. Also, congratulations to Madison Sisler from Howland. She's going to state, and she finished in 3rd place in the high jump with a jump of 5 feet 2 inches. So congratulations to those two athletes as they are headed to state. Division 3 held their regionals, or at least the first day of regionals, at Massillon Perry. And congratulations to 2 athletes who are going to be heading to Columbus next weekend throwing the discus. Ryan Henry from McDonald threw the discus 165 feet 9 inches. He is headed to Columbus. He won the events for D3 in the D3 regional at Massillon Perry. Also going to Columbus, Collison Cortez from Springfield threw the discus 154 feet 9 inches. He's headed to Columbus. Also headed to Columbus in the discus, Dante Mediati from McDonald. Dante threw the discus 154 feet 8 inches. So congratulations to those 3 athletes. They will be representing the area in the D3 state championship track and field meet in Columbus as these 3 guys finished in the top 4 in discus. Got a couple of kids that finished in the top 4 in the long jump in the D3 regionals at Massillon Perry. Brad Sloan won the event 22 feet 3 inches. Brad Sloan from Southern Local. Congratulations. Also, Anthony Calderon from Sebring. Young Anthony did a 22 feet 2.5 inch long jump, just a 1/2 inch behind Brad Sloan as he finished in 2nd place in the long jump. So Brad Sloan and Anthony Calderon from Southern and Sebring respectively, they are going to the state track and field championship in the long jump event. Also, congratulations to the 4x800 relay team from McDonald. Brody Roop Greg Dixon, Caleb Dimitrovich, and Eli Street. They ran the 4x800 relay in 8 minutes, 14.72 seconds. That placed them second in back of Canton Central Catholic. But since you finished in the top 4, you go to Columbus. So congratulations to those athletes. As far as the girls are concerned, in the D3 regionals at Maslin Perry, Maplewood will be going to the state tournament in the 4x800 relay. Maplewood's relay team of Emily Butler, Carly Richards, Marissa Ventura, and Abigail Ney ran the event in 9 minutes, 58.67 seconds. They won the regional event, nipping McDonald. McDonald's 4x800 relay team includes Megan Hipple, Lillian Capizzulo, Mariah Brager, and Chloe Dean. The quartet finished in 10 minutes, 3.42 seconds. They finished in second place. They are headed to Columbus. So congratulations to all of the athletes that have already qualified for the state track and field championships down in Columbus next week. Going to take a timeout. When we come back, the Mahoning Valley Scrappers opened up the home portion of the 2021 Major League Baseball Draft League season. We'll get into that and take some phone calls. The MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business, 330-886-0813. The MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business. Back in a bit on a Thursday edition of Running Point presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, we go the extra mile for you.
By finding you the right vehicle at the right price.
And by being with you for every mile of your journey.
Visit greenwoodchevrolet.com and tell us how we can go the extra mile for you.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Hi, this is Jim Myers with Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement resource. We're excited to have sports back. Whether you're on the field or cheering from the stands, sports unifies communities and brings hope for the future. We're all one team working together. At Myers Family Insurance, we know the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
At Hubbard Chevrolet, Hubbard can help you get the financing you need regardless of your situation. I'm Tony Page, and I've helped thousands of customers in Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania buy a vehicle. Bad credit, no problem. I can get you approved for a low-interest loan and maybe even a low-payment lease on a new car. At the #1 Chevy dealership in Trumbull County for 3 years in a row. Visit HubbardChevy.com to get pre-approved or come see me, Tony Page, to get a new vehicle today. Remember, folks, Hubbard can help.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and 2 of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Running Point presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. The MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business, 330-886-0813. Let's go to Vince. Vince, you're on the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline. What's going on, brother?
Ronnie, it's always great talking to you and your underground listening audience.
The underground is right. Yeah, I'm underground right now. Yeah, I feel like I'm Colonel Hogan. I'm so underground.
Yeah. Those guys were always escaping and stuff, and they never got away.
Hey, listen. According to Colonel Klink, no one escapes from Stalag 13.
That was it. Too bad we didn't know that Hogan was such a in real life. Yeah.
Yeah. How about the freak job he was? Good God. Yeah. That's I can't say what I want to say, but
he had very good taste in women.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He had that one girl that was on there. Her name wasn't Schultze. She was something else. Hilga.
Fraulein Hilga. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them German names. And boy, he married her.
Yeah.
He must have been that good. He married her.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I mean, he was interesting. He was very interesting when it came to the ladies. We'll leave it at that.
And anyhow, last night, if you liked offense, you didn't see it with the Indians last night. It was their true colors came out last night. They couldn't hit the ball. What are they, Ronnie? About next to last or the last 3 in batting averages?
Yeah, they're struggling, and when you don't have Franmil Reyes in the lineup putting any protection from Jose Ramirez, I mean, Jose's not going to get anything to hit. I mean, you'd have to be an absolute moron to throw anything remotely close to Jose Ramirez unless the bases are loaded or there's guys in just the bases loaded or some other scenario. But other than that, you'd have to be a moron to throw it to Jose Ramirez right now, because frankly, there's nobody in that lineup other than Ramirez that's really that frightening. Now, I guess the Indians have brought up Bradley Zimmer, and he's going to be playing today, batting ninth in the lineup. So Zimmer got off to a god-awful start in AAA Columbus, but he's been hitting the ball really well the last couple of weeks down there. So maybe, just maybe, this is it's finally time for Bradley Zimmer to start showing his true colors. But yeah, I got to be honest, Vince, he's 28 years of age. I've pretty much given up on any hope of him being a solid player.
He looks like his best days were behind him.
Well, he's always hurt, and when he had an opportunity to play, he just couldn't cut the mustard in the major league talent level. So I just I'm a firm believer. Once you turn 26, if the light bulb ain't on, it's not coming on.
Ronnie, is it true? Is it true that one of our stud pitchers got hurt taking off his shirt?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be Zach Plesac. He got bombed against the Angels and walked into the clubhouse and, in Tito's words, violently took off his shirt. And while he did that, I guess his thumb got caught along the way and a non-displaced fracture. He doesn't need surgery, but he'll probably be out 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, listen, this is the same kid that was dumb enough to go out in Chicago during the COVID era and go up against and break the rules. I mean, he hasn't grown up yet. We traded Clevenger because he didn't grow up. But yet you're keeping Zach Plesac. He had one strike against him last year. I wanted him out last year. Obviously, the kid has talent. Otherwise, the Indians would have gotten rid of him because he does have talent and he's young. But somebody better sit the young man down and say, listen, you better start growing up here, or you're going to find yourself on the outside looking in, because there's not going to be a lot of teams that are going to put up with that stupidity.
Well, the Indians pitcher last night, I mean, surely he looked very improved from the outing before he got shelled and everything. And someone got to get this kid a pizza or two to put some weight on him.
Yeah, well, listen, I mean, Tristan eats everything, and he still can't gain any weight. His metabolism is that good. But with Tristan, I mean, Vince, I've been following this kid since the time he came to the Mahoning Valley Scrappers. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have wildness. Well, I don't know. I can't explain what's going on or what was going on with Tristan other than the fact that he's not trusting his stuff. Somebody better stick a finger in that small chest of his and be the Tommy Lasorda and treat McKenzie like Lasorda treated Hershiser, and say, hey, you're my bulldog. Put that finger in that kid's chest and say, let's start pitching. Trust your stuff. He did last night, and he pitched a whole lot better. And I've been saying this for the last couple of years, Vince. For my money, if he's on his A game, he's the best pitcher the Indians have. And that's saying something, because Bieber's pretty damn good. But McKenzie is that good when he's on his A game.
Well, I won't be so bold as you, Ronnie. I'm a little bit more conservative. You got to show me at least 3 more outings that he's able to pitch like he did last night. I mean, Tito did the right thing to take him out when he took him out. That was the right thing, because you're trying to build up this kid's confidence.
No, I agree. I mean, at this point in time, I mean, he was shell-shocked with all of these walks. Now, he walked 3 guys in 5 innings, but, hell, he only gave up 1 hit. So, just cut the walks down to, 3 per 9 innings of work, and I think that Tristan becomes a solid 2, or maybe he passes Bieber. But, no, I mean, that's so far down the road right now. You got to get this kid's confidence back to where he's trusting his stuff consistently, and when he does, he'll be the second banana to Bieber for the time being. And then you drop Plesac to 3. Savali, who's got 7 wins this year, that's a hell of a 4-starter. And then you try to figure out if Henkes can do the job for you. And if he can, then he's your 5th starter.
Well, we need some sticks in the bat, too.
Agreed.
We can't win these games 0-0, and we got to score at least a couple runs to boost our spirits and the spirits of the pitchers if they go out and give you, that was a winnable game last night, I thought. We didn't get no hits.
You only give up 1 run. You should have won the game. I mean, shame on the offense for not putting up any runs. And, the guys down in Columbus that, a lot of fans were just assuming that Oscar Mercado would be the guy that we saw his rookie year in 2019. Guess what? He's more of a flash in the pan now because he's not doing diddly squat in Columbus. And then you got Bobby Bradley, who's striking out every 3 at-bats down in Columbus. That's not going to get it done either. I mean, if these 2 kids can get it going, then you can get rid of Jake Bowers, who, he is what I thought he was going to be. Owen Miller, I'm surprised that he's hitting as well as he is. Man, maybe I was off on him. I'm not ready to, in any way, shape, or form, to say that he's going to be an answer because I don't think he is. But if you can get Mercado and Bobby Bradley to get it in gear down in Columbus, there's 2 kids that you can bring up, and hopefully by the time Friend Mill comes back in another 6 weeks or so, hopefully this offense will get it in gear.
Now, a quick one about the Scrappers, since you're the voice of the Scrappers. Their prospects, any of our good prospects, seem that you see that have potential to get up to at least to Akron.
Well, this is not an Indians organization anymore, Vince. This is
for everybody.
Yeah, this is right now a league in which none of these kids have been drafted. This league is, if you want to compare it to something
developmental.
Well, this is kind of like the NFL Combine on steroids, where these kids are going to be playing 68 games, and in most of the 68 games, they're going to be playing for a spot in the 20-round draft, which will be coming up during the All-Star break. And I'm seeing a lot of these kids in Mahoning Valley that could very well improve their draft stock, which is why this league has come to play. This is not going to be guys that are slam dunk first-round draft picks. They're not going to take part in this because they don't need to. They're already going to be a very high draft pick. These are guys that are borderline draft picks, guys that might be in the 10 to 15, 5 to 10 round range where they want to improve their stock. Because, Vince, there's a huge difference between being a 10th round draft pick and a 2nd round draft pick when it comes to the bonus money.
Now is this a league like that movie up in the Massachusetts area where they played Pawtucket and all it's like the summer league team?
It's kind of like the Cape Cod League. The only difference is in the Cape Cod League, none of those kids are draft eligible. All the draft eligible kids are in this league. And it's an invite only league, so you got to be pretty good to get an invite. And the competition, I can be honest with you, Vince, the competition has been outstanding. This Scrappers team, boy, are they off to a good start, and they're aggressive on the base paths. We've got some power arms in the bullpen. This is a really good looking baseball team.
Now, are they playing? I haven't looked, but like over at Akron, they're playing 7-game series, not 1 or 2. They'll play 7 games here. They'll go up to Moon Valley or wherever they're from, or the team or the Spikes, and they'll play 7 games there. Is it the same scenario with the Scrappers?
No. It's as a matter of fact, the Scrappers began the season with a 2-game series against West Virginia. They're playing their second and final game of the series against State College, and then Frederick comes to town for a 3-game series. I mean, there's 6 teams in the league. It's an unbalanced schedule. I mean, if I would have changed anything, I would have probably knocked it down to 60 games and had each team play each other, actually 65 times, and had each team play each other 13 times to where it would be a balanced schedule. But, again, it's a 68-game schedule, 34 games at home, 34 on the road. This is not going to be the same roster in the next week or two because there are guys that are going to be playing for the Scrappers that still have commitments from their college. A great example, the young man from YSU, Colin Floyd, the pitcher of the year in the Horizon League. He is going to be playing in this league, and he'll be pitching for the Scrappers. And he won't be a member of the Scrappers until the YSU baseball season is complete. So
as far as YSU goes in the tournament, he'll be with them.
Yeah, if the Penguins win the Horizon League tournament, which begins today, then they would go to the NCAA tournament and play starting next weekend. And you probably wouldn't see Colin Floyd in a Scrappers uniform for a couple of weeks. Now, if they get eliminated in the Horizon League title, or the Horizon League tournament, I should say, then you would probably see Colin Floyd in a Scrappers uniform early next week.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right, Ron, always great talking to you. Good luck to you in your new career.
I appreciate it, sir. Mr. Football checking in on the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline, 330-886-0813. The MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business. Scrappers pitchers punched out 18 State College Spikes last night. I said that this bullpen, you got some arms in this bullpen. Just some really, really solid arms. They throw the ball hard. 18 punch-outs last night for Scrappers pitching. And Scrappers, they are really, really aggressive on the base paths. In the third inning, they get a one-out base hit from Duncan Hewitt. Ethan Cavanaugh struck out for the second out. And then Hewitt stole second base and then scored on a base hit by Matthew Valley. And then Valley took off, stole a bag. Buck Anderson drove him in. And then Jalen Jones knocked Buck Anderson in for a 3-run inning. Scrappers wound up stealing 6 bags last night, and they were going first to third, and it didn't matter where the ball was in the outfield. The Scrappers were going first to third. And Coco Crisp said this was going to be an uber-aggressive team on the base paths as long as they could do it. As a matter of fact, Coco, after the game, spoke to the media and said, we're letting these kids play. As long as they have the ability to play this style of ball, we'll let them do it. And that's pretty much what he said last week when we had the Meet the Manager night at the Ball Yard last Wednesday. Somebody asked him, hey, what's your managerial philosophy? And Coco said, hey, we're going to let the kids do whatever the kids want to do until they can't do it. And then we'll put some shackles on them. But right now, the aggressiveness on the base paths is absolutely phenomenal. 6 more stolen bases yesterday, and the Scrappers were able to get across 5 runs. I mean, they have outscored their first 3 opponents 20-4. They beat West Virginia 8-1 on opening night, came back on Tuesday, won 7-1, picked up a 5-2 victory last night against State College. Scrappers will look for their 4th win in a row as they close out the 2-game series with the State College Spikes. 7:05 game time. We'll be on the air with a pregame show beginning at 6:50, and you can check out all the action. If you're not going to East Woodfield, you can catch all the action. Go to ysnlive.com/scrappers. ysnlive.com/scrappers. That's ysnlive.com/scrappers. If you want to go to the game, it's Buck Night at the ballpark. Again, there's seats are limited. We're still in the tail end of the COVID scenario. This homestand, there will only be 2,000 seats available. After this homestand, when the Scrappers return home 1 week from Saturday, free for all. All 6,000 tickets are available. All seats will be available when the Scrappers get back home 1 week from Saturday for their very, very fast second homestand. But for right now, tonight and this weekend against Frederick, only 2,000 tickets are available as you're only allowed to put that many into the stands because of COVID. And this will be the last, hopefully, knock on wood, this will be the last of the restrictions with COVID. But to get your tickets, one of two ways. You can go online, mvscrappers.com. That's mvscrappers.com, mvscrappers.com. Or you can give the Scrappers box office a call, 330-505-0000. That's 330-505-0000. All right, 330-886-0813, the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business. We'll take a time out, be back with more of this Thursday edition of Running Point presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
This is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, why shop anywhere else but Tri-State Ford? Choose from our great selection of pre-owned vehicles. Plus, we've got you covered with our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage. It includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty with your pre-owned vehicle and much more. Come see why so many customers from the Tri-State area buy their pre-owned vehicle at Tri-State Ford.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
No matter what the weather, be prepared with a reliable, efficient Rude gas furnace or air conditioner from MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning. Call your energy efficient expert MP Vivo today for a free estimate.
Here at MP Vivo, we rely on Rude, and so should you.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a
lot of eyes on our area.
Online,
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
on social media, and on our app.
Rain will come and go tomorrow. There'll be some dry intervals.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Myers Family Insurance knows the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
"60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love."
Tri-State Ford announces our 96-hour Memorial Day sales event. 4 days of huge savings on every vehicle. Get top dollar for your trade or sell us yours. Attention, current lessees of all makes and models. Turn in your lease early and get up to $2,500 trade equity. Plus, our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss this event.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Running Point, presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. The MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business, 330-886-0813. Yeah, last night, I didn't see this because I was broadcasting the Scrappers game on ysnlive.com/Scrappers. Little cheap plug, I need one. Last night, the 76ers were playing the Washington Wizards. What was it, game 2 of the best of 7. And Russell Westbrook was headed to the locker room. And some ass clown from Philadelphia, gee, go figure, some idiot emptied his popcorn on Russell Westbrook as he was going into the tunnel. Look, I've been saying this for a long, long time. Just because a fan is given a ticket, it does not mean in any way, shape, or form that that fan is given the freedom to do whatever the hell he or she wants to do. You're there to watch a game. You're there to cheer. You're not there to act like an idiot. And you're surely not there to throw something at an athlete. Thankfully, the 76ers banned this fan from any events Sixers related. As far as I'm concerned, that guy should be banned from, or guy or gal, I don't even know who did it, but whoever did this should be banned from any sport, period. I get so tired of seeing juvenile garbage like this. What, because you have a ticket, you think you can do anything you want? Come on, stop that. That's just ridiculous. You watch the game. Enjoy it. You want to do some trash talking during the game? All right, that's fine. You keep it clean. And you make sure that you're not talking about the person's family, because that's just stupid. I just don't understand the mentality of some fans that think, oh, I have a ticket, I can do anything I want. Bull crap. You can't do anything you want. The guy should be embarrassed, or whoever this person was. They ought to be embarrassed. You're dumping popcorn on someone? Really? Come on, be better. All right, 330-886-0813, the MP Vivo heating and air conditioning hotline open for business. The other news, I guess, that was made, the Pittsburgh Penguins are bounced from the NHL playoffs. Boy, did Tom Callahan hit this one on the screws when we had him on. He said, hey, don't be surprised if the Islanders win this series in 6. Because I had flat out said, listen, if this isn't a sweep, it's a gentleman's sweep. Penguins are going to take care of business, and they'll go to the Eastern Division final, where they'll take on Boston or Washington, whoever. No, man, the Islanders did a number. I mean to tell you, they did a number on the Penguins, and the Penguins season is over. This one's a head scratcher. It really is. I don't even know where to start to unpack this one. By the way, the Lightning eliminated the Panthers, beat them in 6. The Golden Knights and the Wild are going to a 7th game. Vegas got beat. They actually got shut out in Minnesota. That series is going 7. I didn't think Vegas would lose to Minnesota, and this series is going to go to a 7th game. This postseason in the NHL has been nothing short of spectacular, with a bunch of upsets and whatnot. Unbelievable. Canadians and Maple Leafs playing today in Toronto. Toronto has a 3-1 series lead. Hurricanes have a 3-2 series lead on the Predators. They go to Nashville for Game 6 of that series. And then on Friday, I'm going to assume the Islanders are playing. The Islanders are going to be playing Boston here pretty soon, one would think. I'm just stunned that the Penguins lost. They got some stuff to do. They got some work to do for sure, and it's going to be an interesting summer and fall with the Penguins. I mean, you get a quick bounce back. The season is going to start, and we're going to get a normal season, I guess. Apparently, all this nonsense with the divisions and whatnot. I don't even say nonsense. I thought it was a great idea where the NHL actually thought outside the box. But we're not going to see that next year, especially with Seattle coming into the fold as a new member of the National Hockey League. I would assume that we'll be back to the 2 conferences, the Eastern Division, the Central Division, the Western Division, whatever. I'm looking forward to that, but it'd be fun. It'd be fun to see how they put this up with Seattle being the newest team in the National Hockey League. But with the Penguins being eliminated, man, I didn't see that coming. But kudos to Tom Callahan. That's one of the reasons why we have him on when we talk pucks. He knows what he's talking about. He pretty much said, don't be surprised if the Islanders knock off the Penguins in 6. And sure enough, the Islanders knocked off the Penguins in 6. Tonight in the NBA, what do we got? The Heat down 2-0. They go to Miami, looking to get back into the series. Lakers and Suns are tied at 1. Lakers have already taken home court advantage. They'll play the Suns out in Staples Center. And the Nuggets and Trailblazers. Trailblazers got home court advantage early in that series. That series tied at 1. They go up to Portland to play Game 3. So the Lakers and Trailblazers in good shape. All they need to do is win at home, and they'll have a commanding 3-1 series lead. We'll see if the Suns and Nuggets can get back into that series. The golf going on, the Charles Schwab Challenge That is going on at the Colonial Country Club. We had Brian Tolnar from Mill Creek on, and Brian and I, we came up with the same conclusion. We both think that Jason Kokrak is going to win this weekend. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I got Kokrak winning this weekend. So does Brian Tolnar. Jason is just teeing off as the leaderboard right now. You got a quartet of golfers led by Spieth at 4 under par. 4 under is the number that is leading the way right now in the first round of the Charles Schwab Invitational down in Fort Worth at the Colonial Country Club. All right, 330-886-0813. The MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business. Made mention, we have plenty of baseball because of the cancellations yesterday. We got plenty of baseball. District championship games in Division 2, Division 3, and Division 4. All of these games are going to be at Bob Scene Park. Field 1 is going to be used at 4 o'clock. Canfield will be taking on Canton South. That is a 4 o'clock start this afternoon. The winner of that game gets Salem, as Salem won the district championship in Louisville yesterday. Salem was a winner over Chardon yesterday, 4-1. So congratulations to the Salem Quakers as Lane Rhodes pitched a beauty. Threw a 3-hitter, didn't walk anyone, and Salem gets a district championship. They're 26-3 as they will play the winner of this afternoon's game between Canfield and Canton South. That game is going to be played at Canton Glen Oak High School in the regional semifinals. Originally, that was supposed to be played at Thurman Munson Stadium. But apparently, the OHSAA decided that they would use a high school field in the Division II regionals. So the Canton region, as we made mention, is going to be at Thurman Munson Stadium. And that game between Salem and the winner of Canfield and Canton South, that game will be played at Canton Glen Oak High School. That's in Canton, obviously, and that game will start at 2 o'clock. And then the 5 o'clock game, as we quickly do some arithmetic here, that'll be the Richfield district champion. Right now, the Richfield and the Twinsburg district finals were rained out yesterday. So the Richfield district is number 2 Richfield Revere taking on number 10 Akron Hoban. And that game is going to be played this afternoon at 5 o'clock. And that'll be in Richfield. The Twinsburg Championship is going to be played at 4:30 this afternoon. Chagrin Falls is the 1 seed. They will be playing number 11 Talmadge, and that'll determine the Twinsburg winner. Made mention, the Chagrin Falls team is the 3rd best team in the state of Ohio, according to the coaches poll. 3rd best team in the state of Ohio. Canfield was voted the top team in the state of Ohio because of their undefeated record. So Canfield and Canton South playing today at 4 o'clock. The winner of that game will take on the Salem Quakers on Wednesday at Canton Glen Oak High School, and that'll be a 2 o'clock start. And then the 5 o'clock start is the winner of the Richfield district against the winner of the Twinsburg district. That's a phenomenal, or on paper, it could be a phenomenal region in Region 5. All right, so that's Division 2. Division 3 district championship at Scene Park will be played on Field 1. Cardinal Mooney will play Burton Berkshire. Cardinal Mooney taking on Burton Berkshire. The winner of that game takes on the winner of the Creston District Championship. That district championship is going to be starting in about an hour from now. The top seed, Canton Central Catholic, is taking on the number 3 seed, Elyria Catholic. The winner of that game gets the winner of the Cardinal Mooney Burton Berkshire game, and that game will be played over in Massillon. That game will be played in Massillon at 2 o'clock on June the 3rd, and I believe June the 3rd is on a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. That'll be a 2 o'clock game on June the 3rd at Massillon Washington High School. That's where the Massillon Tigers play. That is going to be the game in question. That will be on Thursday, June the 3rd. And then the winner of the Niles District Championship game, and that's the game between South Range and Rootstown. That game is going to be played at 5 o'clock this afternoon up at Niles, as they're going to play that game at Wilder Field. For those wondering, that is right down the road from the park in Niles. Wilder Field, it's an all-dirt infield. Really nice facility up in Niles. I had an opportunity to umpire a game up there during the regular season. It's a really nice facility. Anyway, Rootstown is playing South Range to determine the Niles District Championship. The winner of that game will take on the winner of the Copley District Championship, and that is between number 2 Apple Creek Waynedale and number 5 Gates Mills Gilmore Academy. That game is going to be played this afternoon at 5 o'clock. So that's in Division 3. Division 4, a district champion is going to be crowned at Bob Scene Park. The Struthers District, that is going to be played on Field 2. Field 2 at 6 o'clock. Warren JFK will be taking on Heartland Christian. And that should be a dandy of a game, as both aces are going to be pitching. And, each team rolled the dice, not throwing their ace in the district semifinals. And look, I'm a proponent that you don't do that unless you have seen your opponent and you are pretty convinced that you can beat that opponent without using your ace. It shouldn't be done that often because, and I'll say it again, you don't use your ace and you get eliminated, that's a fireable offense to me. It absolutely is a fireable offense. If you go into a tournament, into a district tournament, and you don't throw your ace in the first game, because this ain't a double elimination tournament. This is a single elimination tournament. If you don't throw your ace in a single elimination tournament in the first round of a district tournament, and you get caught, that's on you. That's to me, that's a fireable offense, because it's a gamble that if it doesn't pay off, that's a gamble that's inexcusable. It's absolutely inexcusable, unless you know your opponent, you've played your opponent, and you're supremely confident that you can get away with doing it. But if you can't, I'm just saying, that's a fireable offense in my eyes. Anyway, the Struthers district winner will be taking on the winner of the Medina District, and that district championship game is going to be played this afternoon at 5 o'clock out in Medina. The 5-seed Cuyahoga Heights is going to be taking on the 3-seed Columbia Station Columbia. Cuyahoga Heights got rid of the top seed Hillsdale as they knocked them off 5-2 in the district semifinals. So that's the winner of the Struthers District taking on the winner of the Medina District. Meanwhile, in Fairport Harbor, Western Reserve will be playing Matthews at 5 o'clock. That'll be up at Fairport Harbor up in Lake County, if I'm not mistaken. I had sent Ashtabula County. Apparently it's in Lake County. Anyway, the winner of that district will take on the winner of the Clyde District. And that district championship game will feature number 4, Fremont St. Joseph Central Catholic. They will be taking on the number 3 seed, Tiffin Calvert. So there you go. Fremont knocked off the 1 seed, Bascom Hopewell, by the score of 4-3. And the number 2 seed, St. Paul, was eliminated by the number 3 seed, Tiffin Calvert. So you got a 4 versus a 3 for the district championship in the Clyde district, as Western Reserve or Matthews will face the Clyde district champion. That will be in Strongsville, and the Strongsville tournament will get underway on June the 3rd. That's on Thursday. The Medina Struthers Regional Tournament starts at 2 o'clock on Thursday. The Clyde Fairport Harbor Tournament starts at 5 o'clock. So there you go. All right, 330-886-0813, the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business. Tim Stewart, the Assistant Director of Athletics at Youngstown State University, will be joining the show at 2 o'clock. A lot of camps going on. Keep in mind, last year at this time, we didn't have any camps. No basketball camps, volleyball, football, baseball. Didn't have any of it. Because of COVID, unfortunately. Well, we're on the tail end of the COVID restrictions, and because of that, we get an opportunity to have the camps opening again at Youngstown State University. Tim Stewart will be joining me in the top of the hour. All right, we'll take a timeout, be back with more on this Thursday edition of Running Point, presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Aaron Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience and comprehensive wealth strategy, we assist our clients attain their goals. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit WRSWealthAdvisors.com. Good luck, athletes.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, we go the extra mile for you.
By finding you the right vehicle at the right price.
By giving you confidence in your vehicle with the Greenwood Advantage warranty.
By guaranteeing you financing,
regardless of your situation or credit history.
And by being with you for every mile of your journey.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, we do whatever it takes to go the extra mile. So, how can we go the extra mile for you?
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
For heating, cooling, and indoor air quality, the Mahoning Valley trusts MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning, offering worry-free repair, service, and installation. Call MP Vivo today for a free estimate.
MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning. We're your energy-efficient experts.
If you're looking for a new Ford vehicle, why shop anywhere else but Tri-State Ford? Choose from our great selection of new Ford models. Plus, we've got you covered with our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage. It includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty with your new Ford. Come see why so many customers from the Tri-State area buy their new Ford at Tri-State Ford.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Running Point. This is day number 1 of the Horizon League baseball tournaments. We made mention that Wright State, because they won the regular season, they are hosting this tournament. And right now, as we speak, they are taking on Milwaukee. It is a 1-4 matchup. Wright State, the top seed, taking on number 4 Milwaukee at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Number 3 YSU will be the visiting team as they take on the 2 seed UIC. Colin Floyd is not pitching the first game. Instead, it's going to the ball is going to go to the other Colin, if you will, as the Penguins are going to they're going to take on UIC. The winner of that game, much like the winner of today's game between Wright State and Milwaukee, they won't have to play tonight. There's 3 games on tap today. As we speak right now, they're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wright State has a 4-3 lead on Milwaukee. Wright State batting with 1 out, a runner at second base. Riley Fry should probably be taken out of this game right now. He has thrown 111 pitches in 5 1/3 innings. Yeah, that's abuse, is what that is. But he's still on the mound. Wright State scored 3 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. Milwaukee scored 3 times in the 5th inning. It's a 1-run game. Wright State and Milwaukee, bottom of the 6th inning, 4-3 Wright State. The winner of that game doesn't have to play tonight. The loser of that game will play this evening. And the loser of that game will be taking on the loser of today's second game between Youngstown State and UIC. So here's the deal. One of these four teams is going to be eliminated today. One of these four teams will be 2 games and out the door you go. Number 1, Wright State taking on number 4, Milwaukee. They have a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. If that holds, Milwaukee will take on the loser of the second game between UIC and Youngstown State. By the way, that game will start at 3 o'clock. You could hear it on ysnlive.com. Richie Giuliano is in Dayton for that game. Should the Penguins win that game, by the way, Colin Clark on the mound in the first game against UIC. Should the Penguins win that game, then they would play in the winner's bracket tomorrow at 12 noon. And they would play the winner of today's game between Wright State and Milwaukee. Right now, Wright State with a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 6th inning, at least at last check. So if that were the case, YSU would be playing Wright State. And then Colin Floyd would be pitching in game number 2, where, and again, the argument here for the Penguins is Colin Clark was a lot better in the regular season against UIC than Colin Floyd. Colin Floyd was a lot better against Wright State in the regular season than Colin Clark. So it really it makes sense to pitch Colin Clark against UIC, hope that he is able to finish or continue, I should say, what he has done in terms of his mastery of UIC. If he does, then the Penguins would be in the winner's bracket, assuming it's Wright State. Then you got Colin Floyd pitching against Wright State. And, well, Colin Floyd just won Horizon League Pitcher of the Year. He's the best of the best. I'll take my chances. Look, whoever wins 2 games in a row, you're sitting pretty, because then you don't have to play until Saturday at 12 noon. And, oh, by the way, whoever wins 2 games in a row, they're going to be the only team left with no losses. So essentially, this is how the tournament is running. Number 1, Wright State is playing number 4, Milwaukee, as we speak. At 3 o'clock this afternoon, number 2, UIC takes on number 3, YSU. The loser of those 2 games will face off at 7 o'clock tonight. So by the end of tonight, we're going to be down to 3 teams left. 2 undefeated teams and 1 team with 1 loss. Then on Friday at 12 noon, the 2 undefeated teams will play each other. The loser of that game gets to play at 4 o'clock that afternoon, essentially a doubleheader, against the lone team that was the loser going into today, or going into Friday, and that is the Game 3 winner. Go back to tonight. Whoever wins the matchup between the loser of Wright State and Milwaukee and the loser of UIC and Youngstown State, whoever wins that game will be playing on Friday at 4 o'clock against the loser of the winner's bracket. So let's say, throw out a hypothetical. Wright State beats Wright State beats Milwaukee. YSU beats UIC. Wright State and YSU are in the winner's bracket tomorrow at 12 noon. Meanwhile, UIC would play Milwaukee in the loser's bracket tonight. All right, let's continue. Let's say UIC knocks off Milwaukee. All right, when we start play tomorrow, under the scenario that I just gave, Wright State would play Youngstown State at 12 noon, and the loser of that game would play UIC at 4 o'clock. So let's say Wright State beats Youngstown State, but YSU beats UIC again. Saturday, undefeated Wright State would play 1-loss YSU at 12 noon. And the only way you would get a second game is if YSU were to beat Wright State in this scenario. Then you would have a second game, both teams with 1 loss. That game would be for the marbles. That game would be for the Horizon League Championship and a trip to the NCAA tournament. Now, there's talk, and who knows if this is going to take place, but there is talk that if Wright State, who is the heavy favorite to win this conference tournament, make no mistake about this, Wright State's the heavy favorite to win this tournament. I mean, they won the regular season championship. They have only lost one league game in their facility to the team, by the way, that they're facing right now, Milwaukee. So Wright State is the favorite. But let's say that Wright State gets beat. There is talk that perhaps Wright State has done enough where they would get an at-large berth. Now, I kind of sort of doubt that they can get the at-large berth. I really do. I kind of sort of doubt that they can get that at-large berth. We'll see. If they can, then all of a sudden the Horizon League becomes a two-team league in terms of getting two teams into the postseason. Boy, the credibility for the Horizon League would be outstanding. But keep this in mind. Last weekend, the YSU women were the top seed, and they hosted the Horizon League Softball Championship. UIC, the 3 seed, won the Horizon League. Won the Horizon League tournament, the 3 seed. If that were to happen in the baseball tournament, the 3 seed this year, Youngstown State. I said this last week. I'll say it today. I like Youngstown State's chances in this tournament to be in the final 2. I don't know if anybody can beat Wright State twice in this league. In a double elimination tournament, I don't know if anyone can beat this team twice. Right now, Wright State has the bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. They lead Milwaukee 4-3 as the starting pitcher has been taken out of the ball game. It's about time. He threw like 115 pitches, for God's sake. So Wright State has them loaded with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. They lead Milwaukee 4-3. Boy, if Milwaukee can get out of trouble without any damage, that would be a huge, huge pick-me-up. And in a perfect world, if Milwaukee were to upset Wright State and Youngstown State were to get a victory over UIC, boy, the Penguins would be sitting really, really pretty right now. Penguins would be in a real good spot because they would have their ace going up against Milwaukee. And I would really like our chances there, the Penguins' chances in this one in a big, big way. All right, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count on the hitter Alex Sayer as the Milwaukee Panthers got out of it. Sayer struck out swinging. So the Panthers get out of business or get out of trouble in the 6th inning. They leave Wright State scoreless in the bottom of the 6th. Boy, that's a huge pick-me-up for Milwaukee. They trail this one 4-3 going into the top half of inning number 7. Both starters are out of the ball game. It's the battle of the bullpen now. I made mention earlier in the week, as far as pitching depth is concerned, Youngstown State and Wright State, the 2 teams with the most pitching depth. Whether or not that means that we're going to have those 2 teams playing for the Horizon League Tournament Championship, who knows? But right now, Wright State has a 4-3 lead on Milwaukee as they're about to go to the top half of inning number 7. This is game number 1 of the Horizon League Baseball Championship. The winner of that game, as I mentioned, the winner of that game will play on Friday at 12 noon against the winner of the UIC-YSU game, which will be coming up at 3 o'clock. The loser of the Wright State-Milwaukee game will be playing tonight at 7 o'clock in an elimination game against the loser of the UIC-Youngstown State game. And that will be at 7 o'clock tonight. Unfortunately, one of these four teams is going to get eliminated tonight in round one of the Horizon League tournament. So we'll see what happens. All right, 330-886-0813, the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline, open for business. We'll take a timeout, be back with more on this Thursday edition of Running Point, presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, we go the extra mile for you.
By finding you the right vehicle at the right price.
And by being with you for every mile of your journey.
Visit greenwoodchevrolet.com and tell us how we can go the extra mile for you.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Hi, this is Jim Myers with Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement resource. We're excited to have sports back. Whether you're on the field or cheering from the stands, sports unifies communities and brings hope for the future. We're all one team working together. At Myers Family Insurance, we know the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
At Hubbard Chevrolet, Hubbard can help you get the financing you need regardless of your situation. I'm Tony Page, and I've helped thousands of customers in Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania buy a vehicle. Bad credit, no problem. I can get you approved for a low-interest loan and maybe even a low-payment lease on a new car at the #1 Chevy dealership in Trumbull County for 3 years in a row. Visit HubbardChevy.com to get pre-approved or come see me, Tony Page, to get a new vehicle today. Remember, folks, Hubbard can help.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. we keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Running Point, presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business, 330-886-0813. That's 330-886-0813. Jordan Spieth is leading the Charles Schwab Challenge. He has 5 under through 16 holes. That is in round 1 of the Charles Schwab Challenge over at Colonial in Fort Worth. Jason Kokrak was supposed to be teeing off, and actually, you know, now that I think about it, he is teeing off at 12:44 local time, and I got caught in the Central Eastern Time Zone vortex, thinking that everyone is in the same time zone. Yeah, it's one of those crazy things. That's 12:44 local time. That is 1:44 Eastern time. So Kokrak has yet to tee off, about 5-10 minutes away from teeing off. Just a reminder, coming up at the top of the hour, we will hear from the Assistant Director of Athletics at Youngstown State University, Tim Stewart. YSU, their tail end of the spring season, obviously the track and field wound up with the both league championships. The YSU men and women both won the Horizon League Outdoor Track and Field Championships. The women's softball program won the regular season crown in the Horizon League. Unfortunately, they were not able to win the tournament. The guys are going to be playing in the Horizon League tournament this afternoon at 3 o'clock against UIC. So we're kind of getting ready to get into summer mode here. And with summer, well, that means in a normal circumstance, lots of camps. Now, last year, YSU was not able to do any camps whatsoever. And when you think about this, they normally have football camps, volleyball camps, basketball camps, baseball camps, softball camps. They normally have all kinds of different camps for their particular programs. Unfortunately, because of COVID, you were not allowed to have any of those last year. Well, now we're getting back into some sense of normalcy, so we're going to have all kinds of camps again. And we'll speak with Tim Stewart, the Assistant Director of Athletics, and figure out just how many camps are going to be taking place this summer. Should be an awful lot of fun. Speaking of fun, if you're not doing anything tonight or the rest of this series, you may want to check out Scrappers Baseball up at Eastwood Field. Mahoning Valley off to a 3-0 start, and these kids are playing some good ball. This is the inaugural Major League Baseball Draft League, and I feel like we have to explain this again to folks. The Scrappers are no longer an Indians affiliation. The New York Penn League is no longer. This is a brand new league, and this league is comprised of kids that are all jockeying for position to be drafted in the 2021 Major League Baseball draft, which will be held during the All-Star festivities out in Denver, Colorado this July. This is a league that was put together late last year by Major League Baseball. The purpose of this league is to improve the draft stock of kids that normally would not be given much of a look in terms of the amount of scouts that go to games. Now, this year, I think Major League Baseball decided to start early because there is no Division III World Series, nor is there a junior college World Series or a Division II World Series. The only college baseball World Series that will be played this year is Division I. So because of that, all of the JUCO colleges, junior colleges, all of the D3 and all of the D2 schools, their season is over. By and large, their season is over. So kids that were invited to partake in this league, and the invite comes from Prep Baseball Report, who is in charge of this, along with Major League Baseball. Prep Baseball Report gave an invite to these kids. And you play as long as you're good enough to cut the mustard and make the roster, you're on the roster. Now, I will say, this is not, even though the Scrappers are off to a 3-0 start, this is not the complete roster. There are plenty of kids that will be coming to Eastwood Field and will be partaking in this league when their college baseball season comes to a close. No secret, Colin Floyd, the Horizon League Pitcher of the Year, he is scheduled to take part in this league, where Colin Floyd will undoubtedly be a starting pitcher for the Scrappers, and he'll have plenty of opportunities to improve his draft stock, which is the very reason why this idea has come to play from Major League Baseball. So I think it's a great idea. I think it needs to be marketed better, and that's something that, again, we're only 3 games into it, but I do think Major League Baseball needs to market this a lot better, but we're early on. And again, Colin Floyd will be with the Scrappers. Drake Batcho, who pitched for the champion Golden Flashes, he is currently at the University of Cincinnati, and he's taking part in their conference tournaments. When Cincinnati's college baseball season is complete, Drake Batcho from Champion High School will be playing for the Mahoning Valley Scrappers. Another young man from Champion, who is playing his college baseball at Kent State University. When Kent State is finished, I think it's Michael Turner, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But this young man will be donning a Scrappers uniform. So right now, the kids that are playing for the Mahoning Valley Scrappers, are all of them still going to be playing during the course of the year? Well, there's going to be a number of kids that are going to be coming to this ball club. And again, I don't know the particulars on how many people you can keep on your roster. I believe the number is 30. I'm not 100% sure, but again, there could be some kids that are sent home. And, that doesn't mean that your baseball dream dies, but ultimately this is a competition within a competition, because the advantage of having this particular brand of baseball, if you're a Scrappers fan, unlike in previous years where you would see a kid and he would be owning this league for a month or so, and then the young man in question would be promoted to low A ball. There's no promotions in this league. There's nowhere to go in this league. You're in this league to do one thing, and that is to improve your draft stock. As I told Vince, a caller earlier in the program, there is a really big difference from being a 10th round draft pick to a second round draft pick. The bonus money is ginormous between 2 and 10. The bonus money between 10 and 20 is ginormous. So, yeah, you want to improve your stock. And truth be told, and I know it's 3 games, but there are some kids that are improving their draft stock. There's more than a handful of kids on this Scrappers team that will get drafted. This is a team that is really having some fun. Coco Crisp, last Wednesday, a fan asked him when we had the Meet the Managers night at Eastwood, and a fan asked him about how he's going to what kind of style are we going to see as a manager of the Mahoning Valley Scrappers. Look, he doesn't have anybody making a decision for him. You know, if I peel back the curtain a little bit, it's not necessarily a manager that has complete control of his ball club in the minor leagues. Look, if the farm director tells the manager, we want you to play this player because we need to see this player, well, this player is going to be in the starting lineup until the farm director tells him otherwise. This is a little bit different. Coco has complete reign as to who gets to start, as to who gets to play. And in Coco's I don't want to say defense because that's a bad word. He's not being indicted for anything. Coco's done a really good job in the first 3 games of getting as many kids into the ball game as possible. I think in the first game alone, he played 20 kids. That's pretty spectacular. If you're able to play 20 kids in the course of a 9-inning game, that's pretty amazing. That you're able to do that. He was freely substituting last night when the Scrappers had a 5-1 lead. I think he wound up playing 3 everyday players came into the game and got some playing time, and I think 4 relief pitchers. So you're talking about 16 kids played last night. He's done a real nice job with that. And I will say this, in the first 3 games, and I know it's early on, but through the first 3 games of this season, the Scrappers have been really, really aggressive with the base stealing. They stole 6 bags last night, and they're really being aggressive going first to third. This team, they have been running the bases and just having a blast doing it. They're putting the pedal to the metal, just an uber base running. They have been pushing the envelope left and right, and it's been a joy to see this team. And I'm just looking forward to seeing more of this team. We get a 3-0 club, and again, fireworks last night were fantastic. More fireworks on Friday, weather permitting. I guess the weather could be a little bit of a problem. Now, one thing to keep note of, the rainouts will not be made up. From what I understand, it's a 68-game season, but if you rain out a game, now it's a 67-game season. You're not going to have makeup games. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But right now, the Scrappers are playing some really good baseball. Very aggressive on the base paths. Their pitching has been lights out. They have given up just 4 runs in the first 3 games. They've scored 20 runs in the first 3 games. And this team is just having a good old time as they close out the brief 2-game series with State College before Frederick comes to town for the first of a weekend series with the Frederick Keys. All right, 330-886-0813, the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline, open for business. We are in the top half of inning number 8 from Dayton. This is game number 1 of the Horizon League Championship Tournament. Wright State has a 4-3 lead on Milwaukee. Milwaukee batting, bases empty. They are in the top half of inning number 8. Jake Shirk, who relieved the starter, has gone 2 2/3 hitless innings, 2 2/3 perfect innings, as a matter of fact. As he has struck out 1, has not walked anybody, and Jake Shirk is facing Jack Kavanaugh as we speak. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count with 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 8th inning. Wright State leading Milwaukee 4-3. The Panthers are down to their final 5 outs, trailing by a run. In a perfect world, and Richie Giuliano and I talked a little bit about this, Milwaukee is the only team that has beaten Wright State in Dayton. Now, I know that Wright State suffered 4 league losses this year. I believe they were 28-4 in the league this year. They missed 8 games. They missed 2 series with, I want to say, Oakland and Purdue Fort Wayne, and that was when Wright State had a COVID issue. They dropped 4 games this year, 3 of them to Youngstown State, but those 3 losses were up at Eastwood Field. The only loss Wright State has in the Horizon League at home, it's to the team that they're playing. And right now, Milwaukee is playing Wright State really, really tough. They trail 4-3. Now 2 outs in the top half of inning number 8 as Milwaukee is trying to get something going. But, boy, Jake Shirk has been absolutely fantastic. 3 perfect innings out of the bullpen as he came into the game for the starter who gave up the 3 spot in the 6th inning. In the 5th inning to make it a 4-3 ball game. So that's where they are. Top of the 8th inning, 4-3. Wright State with a 4-3 lead on Milwaukee. And they will now go to the bottom half of inning number 8 as Milwaukee went up and down in order for a 3rd consecutive inning. And now 3 1/3 innings of perfect relief. So bottom of the 8th, Milwaukee trailing Wright State 4-3. The winner of that game will play tomorrow at 12 noon against the winner of the UIC Youngstown State game. YSU will be pitching Colin Clark, who has had a really good stretch against UIC. Hence the reason why Colin Clark is getting the start and not Colin Floyd. And again, it bears repeating, this is a double elimination tournament. This isn't a single elimination tournament. If it were a single elimination tournament, you'd probably go with your ace because, again, if you don't pitch your ace and you lose, that Pandora's box just got opened and you're going to be second-guessed all year long. Throughout the entire offseason, you'll get second-guessed. But because this is a double elimination tournament, Youngstown State is going to go with the guy that had the hot hand against UIC, Colin Clark. And if the strategy pays off, then Colin Floyd would pitch tomorrow at 12 noon against either Wright State or Milwaukee. If YSU doesn't win today at 3 o'clock, then they're back on the diamond immediately after the game against UIC, taking on the loser of today's game between Milwaukee and Wright State. All right, 330-886-0813, the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline, open for business. Coming up at the top of the hour, we will chat with the Assistant Director of Athletics at Youngstown State University, Tim Stewart. Plenty of camps going on at YSU. There are going to be camps for different sports coming up at this summer at Youngstown State University. We will talk with Tim Stewart how many camps are going to be available, and is this going to be full bore like it was in the past? I know last year, unfortunately, Youngstown State did not have an opportunity to have any camps, and that really, really hurts. A lot of the revenue from the athletic department, or some of the revenue, I should say, comes from these camps. I know the YSU basketball team is looking forward to doing the camps. The football program, the volleyball program, the baseball program, the softball program. A lot of camps to be sure will be happening this summer, and we'll check in with Tim Stewart, the Assistant Director of Athletics, at the top of the hour, and we will talk about these camps that will be going on. Again, they're in the bottom of the eighth inning. Milwaukee leading Wright State. Wright State leading Milwaukee, I beg your pardon. 4-3, your line score to this point. 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Wright State. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Milwaukee. Wright State batting, the leadoff hitter, Quincy Hamilton, has a full count. Now, Quincy Hamilton just took first base. I believe that was a walk. Yes, it was. All right, so the Wright State Raiders have a runner at first base. Nobody out. Tyler Black, the batter, as Wright State is going to try to get an insurance run here in the bottom half of inning number 8. As they lead Milwaukee 4-3. This is game 1 of the Horizon League baseball tournament. All right, we'll take a timeout. On the other side, we will hear from the Assistant Director of Athletics. Tim Stewart from Youngstown State University is set to join me after this timeout. You're listening to a Thursday edition of Running Point on ysnlive.com.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
This is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsurancesolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, why shop anywhere else but Tri-State Ford? Choose from our great selection of pre-owned vehicles. Plus, we've got you covered with our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage. It includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty with your pre-owned vehicle and much more. Come see why so many customers from the Tri-State area buy their pre-owned vehicle at Tri-State Ford.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
No matter what the weather, be prepared with a reliable, efficient Rude gas furnace or air conditioner from MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning. Call your energy efficient expert, MP Vivo, today for a free estimate.
Here at MP Vivo, we rely on Rude, and so should you.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Rain will come and go tomorrow. There'll be some dry intervals.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Myers Family Insurance knows the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
Years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Tri-State Ford announces our 96-hour Memorial Day sales event. 4 days of huge savings on every vehicle. Get top dollar for your trade or sell us yours. Attention, current lessees of all makes and models. Turn in your lease early and get up to $2,500 trade equity. Plus, our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss this event.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State 40 Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Welcome back to this Thursday edition of Running Point. And joining me on the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline is the Assistant Director of Athletics for Youngstown State University, Tim Stewart. Tim, welcome aboard on this Thursday edition of Running Point.
Ron, thanks. I appreciate you having me on.
Listen, I know that spring semester has been extremely busy, what with the football season beginning. Instead of playing in the fall, they played in the spring, thanks to COVID. And you had all the other winter sports that were starting to wrap up. You had the spring sports, and a couple of those are still going on right now. But you guys are going to be busy throughout the summer. Thanks to the tail end of COVID, we're bringing the camps back into play, and I understand that there's going to be an awful lot of camps this year.
Yeah, there will be. We've got about eight of our sports that'll be running summer youth camps this summer, beginning with our first one being next Sunday with lacrosse, and those will run. Our busiest 2 months are obviously June and July. But yeah, we've got a lot of camps coming to campus, and it'll be great to get kids back on campus. You know, it's an important thing, not just for our department and our programs, but just an important thing in general for the university to have, you know, anywhere from, you know, third graders all the way up to, you know, incoming seniors to be on campus and see what we've got and get to meet our coaches and our student athletes. So. We're excited. We missed it last year, obviously, with everything going on, but we're prepared, and we'll get rolling here in about a week.
All right, Tim, so obviously you said 8 different sports. I mean, off the top of my head, I was thinking baseball, softball, football, volleyball, basketball. That's 5. Now you got to have the men's and women's, so that's 6. What else is going to be coming into play?
So we'll have lacrosse as well, and we'll also have soccer.
Yeah, that's outstanding. As obviously, this is a good time for the university. I know last year the fact that there were no camps. The important part for me, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but the important part of if I were a part of Youngstown State is, hey, we get a golden opportunity to see some kids that we might be interested in down the road, to have them come to our university and partake in this sport.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You'd be surprised, and your listeners might be surprised too, to hear about how many kids we actually offer scholarships and opportunities, when they come to our camp. So, I'll be honest, a lot of our coaches, obviously they've got their eyes on a lot of kids, and, they're getting those invites, and we want them on campus so that we can show off our facilities, let them get to know, the student athletes that are around helping, let them get to know all the coaches and everybody. But, it's a great opportunity for us to, kind of get in front of, that potential student athlete and just really kind of sell ourselves and sell the university.
Tim Stewart, the Assistant Director of Athletics at Youngstown State University. We're talking sports camps for the kids on the Thursday edition of Running Point. Now, obviously, it doesn't make any sense if you're running a football camp and you've got 8-year-olds all the way up to juniors or seniors. It's completely unfair to have them all rounded up into the same group. So you guys are going to be breaking down these camps. Multiple camps will be going on based on the age group. Tell everyone a little bit about that.
Right. So there are certain rules that we have to follow, that the NCAA governs. So we're allowed to limit camps only by the number of kids, their age, their grade level, and their gender. Anything else, if you're a third grader and if you're a female third grader and you want to come to a women's basketball camp, you got the same opportunity as anybody else. So what we do with our camps, and this is across the board with all of our programs, is they'll have like the Little Penguins camp for volleyball. Well, that's gonna be geared towards third grade through sixth grade, and then you're gonna get some more sports, skill specific camps. And we'll just use volleyball as an example where, maybe you're an outside hitter. So we're going to have an outside hitters camp, and we're going to have an elite camp for those kids that are, maybe going into high school, grades 9 through 12. So it gives us the opportunity. I mean, obviously it makes sense. You don't want to have, the younger kids, even though mom and dad might think they're going to be the next LeBron James, you don't want them, you don't want them getting hurt, and you don't want them being part of, an elite camp where our coaches they're looking at, potential student athletes in a lot of those camps.
Tim Stewart joining me on the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline. One sport that I raised my eyebrows, and it's a sport that is just starting to gain some traction here in northeastern Ohio, but it's a sport that, frankly, I saw 13 years ago thanks to my cousin whose kids played lacrosse in eastern Pennsylvania. That is a phenomenal sport, and I am so glad this area is finally getting around to the beauty that is lacrosse.
No, you're exactly right. Coach Walton and her staff have done a great job with having their first year this year with lacrosse, and she's excited with the camps that they're going to have. But no, it's an exciting sport. It's brutal. It really is. I mean, you got to be in tip-top shape. You got to be strong, athletic. It's kind of a combination of soccer and hockey almost. And going into this year, a lot of us never even had watched a lacrosse match, and it opened up our eyes, and it was we had an exciting year. It was a good year for them.
Tim, let's talk a little bit about the elite camps. I mean, you got to believe, or I got to believe, I should say, that these elite camps, they're going to be for the kids that Youngstown State has an eye on, or kids that are trying to make a name for themselves in hopes of getting a scholarship or a partial scholarship to continue playing their chosen sport on the collegiate level.
No, exactly, and that's why we hold them. There's always those kids that kind of might fly under the radar a little bit, or maybe they develop a little bit later. Obviously kids are growing, throughout their high school years, and it gives us a chance, and it also gives them a chance. It's kind of show their stuff at those elite camps, those prospect camps. So it really helps both the camper and YSU. Like I said, a lot of times, those kids from their sophomore to junior year, they might sprout up and they might just really begin to develop, and our coaches might see some potential there. And it's really benefited us to be able to hold those types of camps.
Tim, what about the team aspect? Are there team camps in some of these sports?
Yeah, we do. We do some team camps. Men's basketball is not doing a team camp this year. Neither is women's basketball. With everything going on, although the restrictions are being lifted, we're kind of taking a little bit slower approach with that. So, it's easier for us to do the individual camps. Now, volleyball, they'll move forward with team camps. But on a typical year, you're going to see all these programs having team camps where they come in. Obviously, they're using our facilities. They're playing round robin tournaments, and those are really good opportunities for our coaches to see, not only the athletic, part of the kid, but how they work with their own, their friends and their teammates. So those are really important to us. But we're kind of, like I said, we're kind of easing our way back into it a little bit. So not as many team camps this year, but I know next year when things are back to 100% normal, we'll be involved with those as well.
And it makes perfect sense. I mean, you go to a team camp and you're trying to be taught how to play this game from someone on the collegiate level. I'm sure the high school coach would be very appreciative. Now, obviously, it costs money to do these things, but that would be money well spent for teams to take part in this in a normal campaign.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not just the campers who are getting the benefit, but a lot of these high school coaches in the area, they bring their kids here. I know my daughter's they're going to be coming to the volleyball camp, and if they're bringing 2 or 3 teams, and the head coach is going to be able to get to know our head coach at YSU, Coach Scott, and they're going to be able to a lot of times they'll show them what they're looking for when they're breaking down film and things like that, and maybe show them what type of offense they're running or what kind of defense they're running. And it's things that our coaches in the area can kind of take back to their school and say, hey, this is something we really like. We want to implement it. Maybe not exactly the way YSU did, but it kind of gives them that opportunity too.
Well, obviously this area is football crazy. What kind of football camps are we talking about this year, Tim?
So this year we've got a couple different all-skills camps. The first one will start June 7th. The second one's June 9th. We'll just break it up a little bit so that if somebody's not able to make one, they can hopefully make the other. Paul McFadden and Jeff Wilkins, excuse me, they always have their kicking and punting camp every year. They'll be back again this year. We have an all-positions skills camp for some of the older kids. That's a little bit later in June. And then we'll do our 7-on-7 passing camp where we'll get a ton of local schools and some of those ones that are even a little bit further away, Columbus, Dayton, Sandusky area. They'll come. They've been part of our camps before, and they'll do 7-on-7. And we're fortunate to have the indoor facility. We're fortunate to obviously have BD Field and Stanbaugh Stadium. But we've also got the lacrosse and soccer complex over there, Cavelli Complex. And we also have the shared facility with Ursuline, the new intramural and rec field. So we got 4 fields that we can, bring a ton of kids in for those 7-on-7 camps, and that'll be a busy weekend. It'll be fun.
All right, knock on wood. We certainly hope Youngstown State hangs around and wins the Horizon League baseball championship and goes into the NCAA tournament. Are there going to be baseball camps this year, Tim?
Yeah, absolutely. There will be. I don't know them off the top of my head here. I was scrolling through the website. But they'll have pitching camps. They'll have position-specific camps. Baseball is one of those sports a little bit different from basketball. If you're a catcher, you don't really care about learning how to catch fly balls. So Coach Bertolini and Coach Davis and Coach Pinnell, all those guys, they do a good job of doing some more position-specific camps, whether you're a pitcher or if you want to work on hitting. So we don't want to rush them. We want them to get through this weekend and keep on rolling. I think they first pitch for them is in about an hour, maybe a little bit less. So if they're not hosting camps, in June, that's probably a good thing for us.
Yeah, by the way, Youngstown State, if they beat UIC, and hopefully they do, they will be playing Wright State. Milwaukee had the tying run on the doorstep with less than 2 outs. Unfortunately, they could not get that tying run in. Wright State staves off Milwaukee 4-3, sending Milwaukee into the losers brackets. The winner of the UIC YSU game will play Wright State tomorrow at 12 noon. The loser of that game will play Milwaukee tonight at 7 o'clock in an elimination game on the campus of Wright State University. We're speaking with Tim Stewart, the Assistant Director of Athletics. We're talking camps, all kinds of camps going on. Tim, you and I had this conversation off the air. All of these camps, the campers are spending some money. One would think, hey, the Youngstown State University Penguins, they're getting an awful lot of money out of this. It's a common misconception, but it is a misconception. Explain.
Yeah, you're right. So we were talking about it earlier. A lot of people think that all the revenue that's generated from camps comes right back to our department and goes back to the university. But about 4 or 5 years ago, we kind of got on the right side of the tracks and kind of did what the majority of schools across the country are doing, where camps are actually run out of the head coaches LLC. So they are still YSU camps. We still have our requirements. They have to follow all the NCAA guidelines. They've got, our coaches have checklists that I go over with them. They have checklists that our compliance department goes over with them. But essentially, they're the head coaches' camp. So, like if you're going to a women's basketball camp, it's John Barnes basketball camp at YSU. And really, what that's done is it takes the liability off of the university in terms of, God forbid anything ever happened, that falls back on the LLC. So we kind of treat them like an outside organization, but we do provide assistance, obviously, with setups and things like that. But it really makes it a lot easier. Camps are cumbersome when it comes to paying your coaches or your student athletes and things like that. So for our department, it was very beneficial to kind of move those camps off the books, so to speak. And it allows our coaches to, they're able to write checks to, if they have visiting coaches come in, they're able to do that the last day of camp. Whereas before, going through the university, there's a lot of red tape and a lot of things that need checks and all sorts of things. So, we weren't maybe getting checks out as quickly as some of those visiting coaches would have liked. But it's been really good. I mean, some of the big universities, they do continue to run camps through themselves. But the majority of them at our level, and even bigger ones and smaller ones, they've moved to the coaches LLCs.
Tim Stewart, the Assistant Director of Athletics at Youngstown State University, joining me on the Thursday edition of Running Point, and he joins me on the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline. Tim, obviously, every kid, the dream of a kid and the parents are to get the scholarship and not have to worry about the monetary aspect of college life. And the more eyes on the athlete, the better. Are there other coaches from other universities that take part in these camps, or is it strictly Youngstown State?
No, there are a lot of other coaches that come. I know one of the big selling points, is we'll go back to football. They've got and I saw it the other day. They had a thing on Twitter that had all the different schools that were going to be, all the different coaches from the schools that were going to be at our camp, helping run some of these prospect camps. And you might think that that's not, well, why would you want, somebody from, I don't know, Akron or Kent over there? Well, it's a selling point. You get all those coaches and you get them here on campus. You get some of those kids that, quite honestly, you might not get them to come to your camp. So, but I think, the thought process for us is, now you've got them here. You show them our facilities. I'll put I would put our facilities up against anybody's. So you've got our coaches here. You've got our facilities. You've got some of our student athletes. We've got them where we want them. Regardless of the coach from Eastern Michigan might be here too. It really benefits us to have those other coaches here. It helps us get them here, and might be able to attract, like I said, some of those top-tier players that maybe, quite honestly, you might not be able to get them here.
Yeah, Tim, I'll echo with what you're saying. I'll put your guys' facilities up against anyone's in the Mid-American Conference and any mid-major college. I think Youngstown State's facilities are outstanding.
Yeah, we've invested a lot of money over the past 10 years in our facilities, and our athletic director does a good job of making sure that our programs and our coaches and our kids and everybody are taking care of what we've got and what we've provided them, and we're always doing something, whether it's upgrading locker rooms or redoing turf or doing coaches' offices and things like that, because that's important. You don't want to invite somebody to your home and not be able to show it off, and we're proud of what we've got, and I think it's definitely attracted some of those kids, and it's kept them here. It's been a big tool for us to reach them and to keep them.
All right, Tim, so let's say an athlete is interested in partaking in one of these YSU camps. What is the protocol for the athlete to get on board with going to one of these camps?
Yep. The easiest thing is just go to our website, just ysusports.com, and then put your /information /camps. That'll take you to our camp website. You'll see all the different sports that have camps going on this summer. Select your camp. It'll take you to another site. We use an outside company to process registrations and stuff like that. So it'll take you to another site where you can register. Honestly, probably wouldn't take you 5 minutes to register for a camp. So we try and make it easy. If you have questions, there are email addresses there for where you can reach out to the head coach or whoever they've designated for answering questions. So, we try and make it as easy as possible.
ysusports.com/camps. /information/camps. Now, I mean, this is, and it's something that unfortunately we were not able to do last year with COVID. Now, obviously, this year, a lot of folks still a little skittish in terms of how you want to be able to do some stuff, but still a little bit skittish on the getting everything back together like it was. What do you say to those people? What kind of things are you folks going to be doing at these camps that are going to make sure that anybody that goes to these camps won't be getting the virus?
Right. That's a great question. So one of the things that I'm in charge of is making sure that our coaches, check all the boxes, prior to camp, that they've gotten background checks and they've reserved facilities and all that good stuff. And one of the things that we added this year was you got to have a COVID plan. So any coach that's hosting a camp this year, they had to provide me with a COVID plan. I provided that to the university, and the university, approved it or said, hey, we need to make some changes. Now, obviously, we've got some restrictions being lifted next week, and we understand that. But, we're still going to kind of, the masks probably won't be required. More than welcome to wear them, obviously. But, we're still going to have the hand wash stations. We're still going to have the hand sanitizer out. We're going to do all those types of things. We're still going to try and social distance as much as we can. We aren't doing any overnight camps. We're staying away from that. So, I urge, we're taking precautions. We're trying to be smart about it. Obviously we don't want to go down, the road that we've been down before. So, if you have this, if parents are out there, you've got questions, or you want to know exactly what's going on, I would just urge you, find that camp on our website, email the head coach or their designee, and they'll be able to answer those questions for you.
Tim, before we let you go, and we're speaking with Tim Stewart, the Assistant Director of Athletics at Youngstown State University. We've been talking about the camps in various sports. Again, 8 different sports at Youngstown State will be doing camps this summer, including lacrosse, soccer, men's and women's basketball, baseball, softball, volleyball, and football. I think I got all 8 of them right. Did I not, Tim?
You did, yeah. You did.
Okay.
Good job.
So what are we talking about for prices?
That's one of the things that's attractive about our camps is, and it kind of depends on which camp and which sport, but I've been shopping around a little bit for my kids. I've got an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old, and you can get into some really expensive camps. Now, this year, like I said, is a little bit different since we aren't doing the overnight deal. But I think camps are going to range anywhere from $50 to $100, and those could be multiple day camps or just single day camps. Just kind of depends on the sport and which camp you're selecting. But I think it's well worth it. A couple of the big things with our camps is that our head coaches are involved. A lot of these places you'll go to, and it'll be Joe Smith's camp, and head coach Joe Smith doesn't show up till the end for 5 minutes and takes pictures and waves. But our coaches, our head coaches, our staff, and our student athletes, they're there every day. They're interacting with the kids. They're probably having as much fun as the kids are. I know my son went to a basketball camp a couple years ago, and his biggest thing was he got to eat lunch with DQ. I mean, so that's just kind of where I think we separate ourselves from some of these other camps. A lot of times you'll just go and it'll be the assistant coaches who run it or the dobos who run it or whatever. But our coaches are engaged, our kids are engaged, and they're having a lot of fun.
And this is just an outstanding opportunity for anyone that wants to get better in their chosen sport. And again, we're talking about football, volleyball, lacrosse, soccer, baseball, softball, boys basketball, and girls basketball. There's going to be all kinds of camps in these 8 sports, and team camps as well. And I urge all of the high schools to seriously consider this because you're going to be learning from the best, and it's a golden opportunity for the kids to be learning from members of the Youngstown State University coaching staff as well as the players. And for more information on this, you go to ysusports.com/information/camps. Tim, congratulations on getting back to this. I know last year this was a gigantic hole given the fact that COVID ruined a lot of things. It certainly ruined your guys' opportunities to do camps because I know that a lot of folks look forward to these camps at the university, and it's so good to see the camps back in action again this summer.
No, you're exactly right. Like I said, it's great to have those kids on campus, not just for our department and our coaches and our programs, but just for YSU in general to be able to show off, our great facilities, our great campus, and everything else. So we're looking forward to it.
Tim, always grateful to have you on, and best of luck with the camps and hopefully a great number of participation this year.
Hey, thanks, Ron. Appreciate you having us on.
You got it. Tim Stewart, he's the Assistant Director of Athletics at Youngstown State University. And again, the sports that will have camps this year, you're talking about lacrosse, soccer, volleyball. We're talking football, baseball, softball, basketball, boys and girls. 8 different sports, and this is going to be outstanding. Just a golden opportunity for the young athletes, son or daughter or nephew, niece, grandson, granddaughter. If they're into sports and you want to get them to learn a lot more about their chosen sport, you can certainly log on to ysusports.com/information/camps. That'll take you to all of the camps that are going to be available this summer at Youngstown State University. It's cost effective. There are no overnight camps, and it should be a really, really good time. All right, 330-886-0813, the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business. It's a Thursday edition of Running Point presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austin Town. We're back in a bit.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Erin Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience and comprehensive wealth strategy, we assist our clients attain their goals. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit wrswealthadvisors.com. Good luck, athletes.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, we go the extra mile for you.
By finding you the right vehicle at the right price.
By giving you confidence in your vehicle with the Greenwood Advantage warranty.
By guaranteeing you financing,
regardless of your situation or credit history.
And by being with you for every mile of your journey.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, we do whatever it takes to go the extra mile. So, how can we go the extra mile for you?
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
For heating, cooling, and indoor air quality, the Mahoning Valley trusts MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning, offering worry-free repair, service, and installation. Call MP Vivo today for a free estimate.
MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning. We're your energy-efficient experts.
If you're looking for a new Ford vehicle, why shop anywhere else but Tri-State Ford? Choose from our great selection of new Ford models. Plus, we've got you covered with our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage. It includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty with your new Ford. Come see why so many customers from the Tri-State area buy their new Ford at Tri-State Ford.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Welcome back to this Thursday edition of Running Point. We want to thank Tim Stewart, the Assistant Director of Athletics at Youngstown State University, again for coming on board. Plenty of camps, something that we did not see last summer because of COVID. There are plenty of camps going on in plenty of sports at Youngstown State University. If you want to get your kid, your nephew, your niece, your grandson, your granddaughter, the young sports fiend in your life, you want to get he or she involved in a camp of their sports. And again, the sports in question that will have camps this summer: soccer, lacrosse, football, volleyball, softball, baseball, boys basketball, girls basketball. Those are the 8 sports, 7 sports with boys and girls basketball equaling 8. You definitely want to check out the camps that Youngstown State has to offer in all of those sports. Go to ysusports.com/information/camps. ysusports.com/information/camps. All right, coming up later today, we got all kinds of tournament baseball and softball action going on as we speak. The regional semifinals between Ursuline and Sheffield Brookside. That game began about a half an hour ago. Anthony Hartwig calling the game on ysnlive.com. That is happening over at Farmers National Bank Field. $9.99 will get you that game, as well as all of the other games that we are broadcasting on our pay-per-view wall today. We'll get to that in a little bit, by the way. Coming up at 5 o'clock, Anthony will be broadcasting the South Range Massillon-Tuslaw game. That's back-to-back regional semifinals from Farmers National Bank Field on the campus of Youngstown State University. Going on right now as we speak at Firestone Stadium in Akron. It is the Division IV regional semifinals. The Matthews Mustangs are taking on East Canton. Going on this afternoon in about an hour and a half, Canfield will be taking on Canton South in a district championship game from Bobsine Park Field 1. The main field, Canfield taking on Canton South at 4 o'clock. On the main field at 6:30, the Division III district championship game between Cardinal Mooney and Burton Berkshire. On Field 2 at Bobsine Park at 6 o'clock tonight, the Division IV District Championship game between Warren JFK and Heartland Christian. Division III District Championship game will be held at Niles Wilder Field. That is going to be Rootstown and South Range. That's a 5 o'clock game, Rootstown taking on South Range. And at 5 o'clock today up at Fairport Harbor, which I guess is in Lake County and not Ashtabula County, Western Reserve is playing Matthews. That game will start at 5 o'clock this afternoon, and that is for the Division IV District Championship at Fairport Harbor. Okay, also going on today, track and field Division II, the regionals at Fitch. This is going to be the first day. So the field events will take place at 4:30. The running events will take place at 5:30. Tomorrow it is all track all the time. The Division I regionals. This will be the final day. Your final field events will take place at 4:30. Your final running events will take place at 5:30. And finally, the Division III regionals at Massillon Perry. This will be day 1 of the, actually day 2, I beg your pardon, day 2 of the regionals, Division III regionals at Massillon Perry. The field events will start at 4:30, and the running events will start at 6 o'clock. It's going to be all track all the time on Friday in terms of high school sports. Congratulations to the West Branch girls softball team. They blew out Revere, scoring 9 times in the bottom of the 6th inning to break open a really close game. It was 3-2 going into the bottom of the 6th inning. West Branch scored 9 runs to get past Revere in a 6-inning Mercy Rule game as they beat Revere 12-2. West Branch will be taking on Worcester Triway on Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Also, congratulations to the Salem Quakers baseball team. Salem got their game in. I don't know how the hell they did it, but they got their game in at Louisville, and they were able to beat Chardon 4-1. Salem is going to play the winner of the Canfield-Canton South game on Wednesday, and that game will be played over at Canton Glen Oak High School. Canton Glen Oak High School in Canton. That game will be played at 2 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. Salem taking on the winner of today's district championship from Bobsine Park. Canfield taking on Canton South. All right, so we're up to date with that. We'll get you up to date, in case you have not heard, on the Horizon League Baseball Championships. The first game is complete. Milwaukee came of getting a tie and maybe even pulling off a major upset. Unfortunately for the Panthers, they left the tying run on the doorstep. They had a runner at third, the tying run 90 feet away with one out, and they could not get that run in. Wright State knocks off Milwaukee in the first game of this tournament. Your final score was 4-3, if I'm not mistaken. So Wright State knocks off Milwaukee. Wright State will play tomorrow at 12 noon. Milwaukee is playing tonight at 7 o'clock, and Milwaukee will be playing against the loser of the YSU-UIC game. If YSU wins, they will take on Wright State tomorrow afternoon at 12 noon. And keep in mind, Colin Floyd not pitching today. Colin Clark is pitching today. Double elimination tournament. Colin Clark has a better showing against UIC than Colin Floyd. That is the justification of this. So Colin Clark is pitching today. If the Penguins win, as I mentioned, if the Penguins win, they would play Wright State. Colin Floyd would get the start tomorrow at 12 noon. Should the Penguins lose this game against UIC, the Penguins are playing an elimination game tonight against Milwaukee. And the loser of tonight's game eliminated from the playoffs. So hopefully the Penguins win and don't get any part of that elimination game tonight. Again, the loser of the YSU-UIC game will play Milwaukee in an elimination game this evening at 7 o'clock. By the end of tonight, there will be just 3 teams left in the Horizon League tournament. Wright State has cemented themselves as one of those teams as they beat Milwaukee today by 1 run. Milwaukee had the tying run on the doorstep with 1 out in the top of the 9th inning and could not get that run in. So Wright State moves on. They'll play tomorrow at 12 noon. They play the winner of this afternoon's game between YSU and UIC. All right, give me a timeout. We're back in a bit. It is a Thursday edition of Running Point presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
This is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, why shop anywhere else but Tri-State Ford? Choose from our great selection of pre-owned vehicles. Plus, we've got you covered with our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage. It includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty with your pre-owned vehicle and much more. Come see why so many customers from the Tri-State area buy their pre-owned vehicle at Tri-State Ford.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
No matter what the weather, be prepared with a reliable, efficient Rude gas furnace or air conditioner from MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning. Call your energy efficient expert MP Vivo today for a free estimate.
Here at MP Vivo, we rely on Rude, and so should you.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Rain will come and go tomorrow. There'll be some dry intervals.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Myers Family Insurance knows the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
"60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Tri-State Ford announces our 96-hour Memorial Day sales event. 4 days of huge savings on every vehicle. Get top dollar for your trade or sell us yours. Attention, current lessees of all makes and models. Turn in your lease early and get up to $2,500 trade equity. Plus, our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss this event.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Running Point. Ron Potesta with you. The MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business. 330-886-0813. Shane Bieber's got himself a no-hitter. Well, not yet, but he's working on it. Top of the 6th inning, the Indians leading the Tigers 4-0. Bieber has not allowed a hit, and he's walked 2, and he's punched out 7 through the first 5 innings. This lineup, good God. Cesar Hernandez leading off, Owen Miller hitting 2nd, Jose Ramirez hitting 3rd, Harold Ramirez hitting 4th, Eddie Rosario batting 5th, Yu Chang hitting 6th, Josh Naylor hitting 7th, Austin Hedges hitting 8th, and Bradley Zimmer, who was called up today, is batting 9th. All righty then. That's an interesting offense. They've scored 4 runs. Harold Ramirez has driven in 2 runs, and Eddie Rosario just hit a 2-run bomb. in the top of the 6th inning that got Matthew Boyd knocked out of the ball game. So Tribe on top 4-0 as they're looking to get this victory. The Indians right now, they are currently, a game and a half in back of Chicago. The Indians 26-21. The Cubs. Good Lord, Ron, hang on a second. The White Sox are 28-20. White Sox have played 48 games. The Indians have played 47 games. So the Indians hoping to get a victory today against the Tigers. That would move them to 27-21 and pull them to within a game of the Chicago White Sox. I'm looking to see if the White Sox are in action today, and they are. They are at home taking on the Baltimore Orioles. So we'll see what happens there. Meanwhile, the Pirates, they're in action in the top half of inning number 8. Cubs had a 4-0 lead into the bottom of the 4th inning. Pirates scored 2 times in the bottom of the 4th. They tacked on a run in the bottom of the 7th inning. Still trail 4-3 as they are in the top half of inning number 8. Pirates have been struggling as of late. 18 wins, 30 losses. They're on a 5-game losing streak. They've dropped 8 of their last 10 games. And the Buccos are 8.5 games in back of front-running St. Louis, who is currently 27-22 on the season. Now that things are finally starting to get a little bit better in terms of where teams are supposed to be. I mean, except for the Twins. Twins are still 9 games below 500. Now, they've won their last 4, and they're 7 of their last 10, but they're still 8.5 games out of first place. They have a deep hole to get themselves out of. The Yankees are 28-20. They're a game and a half in back of Tampa. They're even in the loss column, but Tampa's played 3 more games, and they've won all 3 of those games. Oakland has played 2 more games than Houston. They have a 1-game lead on Houston. They're deadlocked with 22 losses each in the loss column, except Oakland is 29-22. Houston is 27-22. Mets are leading the National League East by 2 games over Atlanta and Miami. Both the Braves and Marlins are below 500. I don't know how the hell the Braves could be below 500 with all that talent they have. St. Louis has a half a game lead on the Cubs. Cardinals are 27-22. The Cubbies are 26-22. And in the West, San Diego has won 9 of their last 10. They're 32-18. They have a game and a half lead on both the Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers have won 8 of their last 10. Giants have won 7 of their last 10. They're both 30-19. Yeah, that race is going to be 3-team. And I don't know how much longer the Giants can hang around. They're having an incredible year, but it's the Dodgers and the Padres, and the Giants will probably fall by the wayside sometime at some point during this season. I expect San Francisco will fall back, and it'll turn out to be a 2-team race between the Dodgers and the Padres. If the playoffs were to begin right now, which they don't, but if they were, you would have Tampa Bay as the 1 seed, the White Sox as the 2, the A's as the 3. Your 2 wild card teams would be Boston and the New York Yankees. In the National League, you would have San Diego as the top seed, St. Louis as the 2, the Mets are the 3, and L.A. and San Francisco would be the 2 wild card teams. So there you go. We'll take a final timeout, put a wrap on this Thursday edition of Running Point on ysnlive.com.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Erin Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience and comprehensive wealth strategy, we assist our clients attain their goals. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit wrswealthadvisors.com. Good luck, athletes.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, we go the extra mile for you.
By finding you the right vehicle at the right price.
By giving you confidence in your vehicle with the Greenwood Advantage warranty.
By guaranteeing you financing,
regardless of your situation or credit history.
And by being with you for every mile of your journey.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, we do whatever it takes to go the extra mile. So, how can we go the extra mile for you?
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
For heating, cooling, and indoor air quality, the Mahoning Valley trusts MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning, offering worry-free repair, service, and installation. Call MP Vivo today for a free estimate.
MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning. We're your energy efficient experts.
If you're looking for a new Ford vehicle, why shop anywhere else but Tri-State Ford? Choose from our great selection of new Ford models. Plus, we've got you covered with our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage. It includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty with your new Ford. Come see why so many customers from the Tri-State area buy their new Ford at Tri-State Ford.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
All right, before we get out of here, here are the list of games that we have on the network. Free YSU taking on UIC. That will be momentarily. That Richie Giuliano with the story from Wright State. At 5:30, a 14U game between Eagle Ware and Creekside Fitness. At 7:05, the Scrappers taking on the State College Spikes. I'll be up at Eastwood broadcasting that game. And a 14U game at 8 o'clock between between Astro Falcons and Whiting Roloffs. All right, here's your pay-per-view games. Going on right now, Ursuline taking on Brookside in softball. At 4 o'clock, Canfield and Canton South in baseball. At 5 o'clock, South Range playing Rootstown in baseball. The South Range girls playing Tussla in softball. At 5 o'clock, Western Reserve and Matthews playing baseball. At 6 o'clock, Heartland and Warren JFK playing baseball. And at 6:30, Cardinal Mooney and Burton Berkshire playing baseball. The pay-per-view, $9.99. It'll get you access to all of the games on the pay-per-view list. All right, that'll do it for the show. DJ and the fellas coming up next with the Power Hour for this Thursday. I'm headed to Eastwood Field. Hopefully I'll see you there for tonight's game between the Scrappers and the State College Spikes. Talk tomorrow, noon to 3 on YS.